Hello, I'm Uma Arora from justtutors.com, and in today's video we are going to learn about animal tissue. So the main subtopics which we are going to cover in this video are animal tissue and types of animal tissue. So here are a few questions for you. You can pause the video here and you can give it a try, and once you are done with all the questions you can resume the video to check your answers. So pat your back if all of your answers are correct, and now let's move forward. So if we talk about animal tissue, these are the tissue which are present only in animals. In animals, all organs are composed of carrying different combinations of these four basic tissues. So basically you can divide animal tissues into these four types. The first one is epithelial, the second one is connective, muscular and nervous. Let's discuss them in detail. So let's begin with the first one, which is epithelial. So the epithelial tissue forms the covering or lining of most of the organs. The cells of epithelial tissue are tightly packed and form a continuous sheet. There is a small amount of cementing materials between the cells, and no intercellular space is present between the cells. Well, its function is to protect the skin, keep different organs separate, and in certain cases it secretes and acts as glands as well. Now let's talk about types of epithelial tissue. So the first one is squamous, the second one is cuboidal, columnar and granular. Let's talk about each of them in detail. So the first one is squamous. So the squamous epithelium is composed of a single layer of cells, and this type of epithelial tissue forms the lining of blood vessels and alveoli. Thin layer of cells facilitates exchange of substances. Now let's talk about cuboidal. So the cells are cube shaped, as you can see here in the diagram, in cuboidal epithelium. Well, the linings of kidney tubules and ducts of salivary glands are composed of cuboidal epithelium, and cuboidal cells provide mechanical support. The next one is columnar, where the cells are column shaped in columnar epithelium, and it facilitates secretion and absorption. Talking about granular epithelium, so cells of epithelium may play the role of secretion, and then they are called glandular epithelium. So this was all about epithelium. Now let's move forward towards the next one, which is connective tissue. So the cells of a connective tissue are loosely scattered in a matrix. The matrix can be a fluid, jelly, dense or rigid. The nature of matrix depends on the function a connective tissue serves. Well, following are the various types of connective tissues: bones, cartilages, blood, ligament, and areola. Let's talk about each of them in detail. So, bone is a type of connective tissue that is composed of calcium and phosphorus. Skeletal system is responsible for providing structural framework to the body, and it provides protection to important organs and facilitates movements. Let's talk about cartilages. So you can say that it is mainly composed of chondroblast, and cartilage is present at the end of articulatory bones. You can think that it is found in ear, nose, and between bone joints. The next one is blood. So blood is composed of blood cells, platelets, and plasma. It plays an important role in transportation of various substances in the body. So this was all about blood. Let's move forward, and the next one is areola. So areolar tissue is found between skin and muscles, around blood vessels and nerves, and in bone marrow. It fills the gap between tissues and provides support, and it also helps in repairs of the tissues. Let's talk about ligaments. So it is made up of white and yellow fiber, and it is much flexible, and it connects bone to bone. And now let's talk about muscular tissue. Well, the muscular tissue is composed of muscle cells. Muscle cells are specialized cells which have the capability to contract and expand. Well, due to contraction and expansion, muscles facilitate various kinds of movement in the body. Muscular tissues are of three types: smooth, cardiac, and striated. Let's talk about smooth muscle first. Smooth muscle is found in those organs where involuntary movement is possible. For example, alimentary canal. Let's talk about cardiac. So the cells of cardiac muscles are in the heart and they are capable of continuous contraction and relaxation throughout the life. The next one is striated. So the cells of striated muscles are in the form of long, unbranched fibers. They are found in those organs where voluntary movement is possible, for example, hands, legs, back, neck, etc. And let's move forward towards the next slide and let's talk about nervous tissue. So, nervous tissue makes the nervous system and it is composed of specialized cells which are called neurons. A neuron can be divided into two distinct parts: head and the tail. The head is somewhat star shaped and contains nucleus and some other cell organelles. This is called cyton. There are numerous hair like outgrowths coming out of the cyton, and these are called dendrites. The tail ends in axon terminals, and dendrites receive the nerve impulse while axon relays the nerve signals. So this was all about nervous tissue. Let's move forward, and here are a few questions for you to practice. So you can pause the video here and you can try the given questions, and once you are done with the given questions you can resume the video to check your answers. Congratulations if all of your answers are correct, and thank you for watching this video. For more, please visit justtutors.com.